Hi, welcome to MMIRA's Asia panel session. And I'm very pleased today to be invited again to speak on this panel and representing Taiwan. My name is Sui Ho. I'm currently professor and founding director of our new School of Global Health Management and Informatics at the University of Central Florida in Orlando, USA, and that's the city of Disney World. And welcome to visit us. I'm also serving as the health specialization liaison for our interdisciplinary PhD program in public affairs at the university. I have been bringing US students over to Taiwan to study abroad and learn about Asian culture, healthcare, and the aging society. I have enjoyed that program very, very much. And today I'm gonna to share with you my learning of mixed methods in the US and how I have brought mixed method research over to Taiwan. So Taiwan is a small island, very beautiful in the southeast coast of China. Hopefully you'll have time to visit there. So a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Taiwan. I have a background in nursing, and then I came to US to study abroad and change my field from nursing to public health, which is a very interdisciplinary field, very interesting. In between my master and doctoral degree, I went back to Taiwan. Then I got a great experience and opportunity to come back to Taichung, that's my hometown, to work at the hospital, a large teaching hospital. The superintendent, they want this hospital to be a community hospital. So I was charged to create a brand new department called Department of Community Health, try to build the relationship between the hospital and the community. And I love community, and I've worked with that hospital for a total of 5 years. And in between, I actually took 2-year leave and came back to the US to complete my DRPH program. My dissertation was a comprehensive, multi-phased, mixed method research project evaluating a theory-based cervical cancer screening program using a process intervention mapping among women in Taiwan, which I'll share with you a little bit more later. And after I finished my DRPH, and I forgot to mention in between, I got married and my husband was working computer company in California, so I had to break my contract and then come back to the US, start over again. But my first faculty job was at University of Toledo. I loved the university, but the weather was just too cold. So after a year, I moved over to University of Georgia, the red dot over there. Then in 2015, I got a wonderful opportunity to join University of Central Florida in Orlando. And like I mentioned, I have been doing the Taiwan study abroad since I was a faculty at the University of Georgia, and then I brought that program over to UCF and continue. And so welcome to do exchange with us. So I'm gonna to spend some time to share my multi-stage mixed method research dissertation project. This was my dissertation project, but actually it was conducted in Taiwan because I worked at the hospital at the time. It was a very comprehensive research process, published multiple papers from this line of research, and have compiled all the publications into the press book. This is essentially a collection of peer-reviewed journal articles from this one sophisticated multi-phase mixed method evaluation study on a Chinese women cancer screening program. This edited book consists of articles discussing 3 key phases of this mixed method evaluation program. It introduced the Chinese cervical cancer screening program as this exemplar of mixed method research application and showcased mixed method research integration through the reporting dimension. The study methodology can actually be applied to international researchers and scholars from interdisciplinary field beyond public health. This has 3 key phases. The first phase was exploratory sequential design. Try to explore developing and testing a study instrument. So I started qualitative data collection phase and then used the qualitative data to develop theory and evidence-based study instrument and validate a study instrument, and then do some quantitative validation of the scales of the instrument. So that was my phase 1. So the second phase essentially is developing the intervention program using the needs assessment information from phase 1, along with a lot of social behavior theories and existing empirical studies, and using this process called intervention mapping, and then pretesting the intervention framework. The phase 3 was using a mixed method evaluation study through a controlled randomized trial. And I would like to say, for those who want to finish their dissertation on time, this is a big no-no for dissertation research to conduct a controlled randomized trial with before-after intervention control group. It takes forever. Since I was working in the hospital, I do have the resources. I was able to incorporate everything as part of my job, so I was able to still doing my job and also conducting my dissertation research. After a long planning process and doing the evaluation, we so relieved to find out that there were significant differences between intervention and control group, and women in the intervention group through the tailored culturally relevant program had a significantly higher rate of cervical cancer screening. So the whole process was compiled in this book. If you're interested, feel free to scan this QR code to see all the different articles I published at different phases. I have also incorporated the Chinese version of the study instrument, and with Chinese and English side-by-side comparison. At the end, I have a Chinese version, but a discussion on the state-of-art integration procedures included. At the University of Central Florida, I actually taught a mixed method research study for our interdisciplinary PhD student in public affairs. The program has received overwhelming positive response. I used Criswell's textbook, which is wonderful, very clearly written, really a wonderful resources. I have taught the courses in the past 5 years. These are some of the comments. They really like the concept of model first, apply in class, and reinforce during after session. They really enjoy the different learning format and really learn how mixed method research works. I came across the MMIRA regional conference in Caribbean because that's really close by, so that was my first encounter with MMIRA, and I was really lucky and fortunate to have met Dr. Criswell and Fetters and along a lot of pioneers in the mixed method research. Just about at the time I thought I was done with my dissertation, Dr. Fetters says that why don't I just put together everything together as a process and show how the mixed method methodology can be applied and be showcased as a case study through the mixed method reporting dimension. So I wrote this article to link all previously published articles together and provide a visual diagram to communicate these complex design procedures and as a case study to showcase the reporting dimension through publication of mixed method research. Dr. Fetter and I also try to disseminate the integration of mixed method research to the Chinese scholar community. So we work together and translate that in Chinese, and this article was published by the Taiwan Journal of Public Health. That's the official publication of the Taiwan Public Health Association. It has a wide audience and really prestigious publication in the public health field in Taiwan, and so that received a lot of online and library attention. It was officially published in late, I think November or December in 2018. So within just about 1.5 years, we have reached over 5,000 views, ranked 95 percentile of captures, and so now we have close to 6,000 usage. Got also quite a few media attention over the past year. And in addition to journal publication, I have also provided multiple mixed method research workshops at multiple universities in Taiwan. That has been received very well. I would say mixed method research has been used. A lot of people have used quantitative and qualitative data in their research project, but they haven't really formally called it a mixed method or using the modern mixed method research language in their study. So that was really an eye-opening, a new trend or information that's introduced to Taiwan. I was also invited to speak at the opening ceremony keynote presentation at international conferences. And that was a conference with four other international conferences joined together with interdisciplinary faculty scholars from over 20 countries across the Asia. So I talk about mixed methods in public health research in Taiwan, share my dissertation project, and so they can see the whole scope of different phases of mixed method research. Our Asian Open Forum was originally debuted in 2019, and that was a really special year, and that linked our panel together, and we still collaborate every year until now. So I see this a very precious panel, and I hope that we can continue work together. Welcome to any comments or questions you may have. I'm also currently a Fulbright specialist, has been invited to deliver mixed method research workshop to Ben-Gurion University in Israel. Unfortunately, due to the COVID, so it has to be postponed, but hopefully I'll be able to bring mixed method research over to that part of the world, and I'm hoping to establish more international connections with MMIRA.